a guy who's not rich is worried about a gold digger. It's like me living in the desert, worried every night that I'm going to drown to death. It's not in your realm of reality. Also, rich men don't have a problem with gold diggers. Rich men know that their lifestyle is what sets them apart from other men, and they want a woman who's attracted to that because she then appreciates what he's bringing to the table. So the idea that broke men worry about gold diggers is embarrassing.
There are gold diggers at every single level. There are some that can't even afford basic necessities of life. They can't afford to pay their phone bill. They can't afford to pay their car note. They can't afford to pay their utilities or anything. They work at a dead-end job. They just got laid off from their dead-end job. So what they do is that they latch on to someone that can provide for them. And he's not necessarily a rich man. He'll probably pick up extra shifts because he's a lonely individual, right? That believes that this woman is purely here for him. Her end goal is to find a man that is wealthy. Once she finds a man that is doing better than the one she's currently with, she will detach from this man and cling on to the other one. End goal for her is to find a wealthy man that she could continue to extract money from. We have seen so many awful cases where men have supported a mother and a child that he believed he and her conceived together, and 18 years down the road finding out that this child was never his to begin with. Or a man putting his girl through college and just for her to leave once she's actually finished with college. All I'm saying is that you shouldn't shame men for even considering this possibility. Why shouldn't they be careful with their resources? They spend 8 hours plus at a job that they hate. They do it every single day to provide for the woman they love and to provide for themselves. Can you really blame such men for being wary of where their money's going and being hesitant about hopping into a relationship with a woman? It is not okay to shame men for this. Another point you brought up was that rich men want gold diggers because they appreciate a rich man's lifestyle. Let me ask you this. How hard is it to appreciate a rich man's lifestyle? Is it really that difficult? Really that rare to where rich men have to go and seek out gold diggers in order to feel appreciated? They would much rather, they will get with a gold digger, don't get me wrong. They won't wife a gold digger, that's the difference. When you have reached that level of success, you have more options, all right? So why would you go and settle for a gold digger when you could find a beautiful woman that respects you, that actually admires you for who you are and appreciate your lifestyle? Why would you settle for a gold digger? It doesn't make any sense. Why would you actively seek out a gold digger? TikTok logic, man.
Women's body count does not matter.
Yes, it does.
Because it is not a tell of someone's character. I don't even know why this has to be said. So you're telling me that, let's say within a span of 10 years, a girl has 8 boyfriends. In 10 years, huh? And she was committed, no cheating on any of her boyfriends. It just happened to not work out. That's a body count of more than 5. Does that mean she is not committed and she is flawed of character? How many girlfriends have you guys had? And even if the girl didn't have committed relationships and she just had sex with other people, you do know what a dating app is, right? A girl can be promiscuous and then once she has a boyfriend, she's super loyal. A guy also doesn't have to be promiscuous to be able to cheat. The use of something as natural as sex to bring someone down, that is a show of your character, though.
Firstly, that body count is subjective. I could line up a bunch of dudes right now and I can ask them, what, in your opinion, is high body count? Some will say over 5. Some will say over 10. anything like that. It's purely subjective. I do believe age has a role in this as well. If it did not matter, why did it become such a huge topic? It's one of those things that lower your attraction. Men and women attract with different traits, okay? Men care about body count. Vast majority. I'm not saying all men. There are anomalies out there. Ladies, what you really need to be doing is setting yourself up to attract the man that you want. If you are into that swingers lifestyle, then you could go ahead and go to all these places that promote promiscuity. And you're probably going to run into a man that's also a swinger and all that. That is setting yourself up for the man that you want. Like I said, it all boils down to preference. What do you prefer? If you want a traditional high value man, he is not going to like the fact that you have a high body count. That's just not reality. You females hyping each other up to do all these dumb things. Say you listen to all these female influencers, right? And they're telling you it's okay to recreational sex is empowerment, blah, blah, blah. Years down the road, here you are crying your ass off because you can't find a man that could take you seriously because he knows about your past. Here you are sitting and crying on social media. And all these women, it's okay, queen. The right one is going to come to you. No, he's not. No, he's not. You haven't worked on yourself at all. No, look, no one's telling you you have to go out there and earn a bunch of money. This is what men have to do because we had to end up at the end of the day be the providers, security, protection, you name it, all that good stuff. What you should be doing instead of having all that recreational sex, right? What you should have been doing was working on yourself. Get rid of the baggage from the last relationship. Improve on yourself. Don't carry over all the toxicity of the last relationship onto the new one. Make sure you are in the right position to get with the man of your dreams, the man that you want to be attracted to. Not listen to all this TikTok bullshit that is telling you all these bad advices. It's stuff you want to hear now. It makes you feel good right now about your choices. But later, when you're fucking lonely and depressed, people believe they had your best interests in mind when all it was harmful advice towards the person that you actually want to be with. So let's not operate on delusion, okay? And you pointed out at the end, right, that using something as natural as sex to shame somebody is a show of somebody else's character. Let me ask you this. When women fuck with each other, their friends or whatever, they will cheer each other on. Yeah, get it, ho. Like in the club and shit like that. Yeah, get it, ho, blah, blah, blah. Doing all these sexual promiscuous acts or whatever the fuck it may be. The moment where they don't fuck with each other anymore, or the moment they are no longer friends, what is the first thing they say about each other? She's a hoe. Oh, she's a bitch. Oh yeah, she's a slut. You females do it to each other. You females are the worst at doing it to each other. So let's not sit here and act like men are the bad guys, bro. Like, we operate in reality. There are certain things that is gonna work and certain things that are not gonna work. It is delusion of me to think that I could sit here and do nothing all day and still attract the high value traditional woman that I seek.
I don't believe in post-nut clarity. I think guys know exactly how they feel.
Oh, okay, yeah, let's continue.
I feel like it's just an excuse for them to be like, post-nut clarity. At the end of the day, you know how you feel about someone before you do that with them.
Yeah, at the end of the day, when you have busted that nut, that's when you realize, yo, am I still attracted to this woman?
No. I think post-nut clarity is so... I don't know. I see both sides, not like supporting post-nut clarity, but the chase of the person and then getting it, it's more of a chase thing.
Okay, she had it and she kind of lost it. It is a little bit of the chase, don't get me wrong. However, it's as we all know, the average man is not getting a lot of play. He is not getting a lot of, like, you females have a lot more options than you. Let's just say even an average female has a lot more options than a really good looking male, right? At the end of the day, I believe it kind of boils down to how lonely that man is. But there are some times where the physical attraction is so high that he will believe that he likes you for who you are. He likes your personality and all that. But once that nut is busted, I'm telling you, bro, look, once that nut is busted, it's like, envision this. You're on a cloudy field, a grassy, cloudy field, right? And it's raining or whatever. As soon as that nut is busted, it's like the clouds open up. Now the sun is smiling down and all these flowers are coming out and blooming. It's like a beautiful thing. At that point, you will realize if you were actually attracted to this woman for who she is, or if it was all strictly physical. Trust me on that. Post-nut clarity is a real thing.
All y'all body count dudes, man, do me a favor, okay? Just shut the F up forever. Please, just shut the F up forever. Alright? Because y'all caring so much about a woman's body count. Let me ask you, all y'all that care so much about it, let me ask y'all this simple question. How do you know what a woman's body count is?
He's right. He's right. We don't know. And she won't tell us the exact number.
Like, tell me, what is a flawless, proven way of determining the exact body count a woman has? Huh? Tell me that. Tell me something that makes sense. Okay? You can't. All right? There's no possible way of knowing what a woman's body count is, so why do you care about it? Okay? There's nothing y'all can say that makes sense. What you gonna ask her? Was she gonna tell you the truth? That what you think she gonna tell? Only weak-minded beta males care about some shit that they can't control, and you have no control over how many men a woman have been with before she been with you.
Okay, well, let's point out some stuff. Yes, he is correct at the beginning of this video where you can't tell for sure how many men she has been with, okay? However, there are cues. See, look, he's right. Women will not tell you the exact number. Either they'll tell you what you want to hear, or they'll just tell you, I'm not telling you that. Or that's disrespectful to ask. It's one of these responses, bro. It is very rare a woman will tell you straight up, this is my body count after you guys have had sex. What is her attitude towards you? What is she doing? Does she talk to other men after she has had sex with you? Does she get up and just leave? Like, it's as simple as like simple one night cues that you know from personal experience that women do. It's little things like these that that can tell you if she's been promiscuous in the past. Another example, traveling. If she's tell you she's been to all these luxurious places like Dubai, Cancun, and all these luxurious exotic places and all that type of stuff, and you're like, well, what did you say you do again? It's like, oh yeah, I'm a cashier at McDonald's. Bruh, somebody's paying for that. Somebody's definitely paying for that, bruh. He's saying that only beta males should worry about a woman's body count. And that's not the case. Yes, you have no control over what she has done in the past. However, it all boils down to preference, and you have control over your own dating life. If you do not want to be with a promiscuous woman and you are picking up that she was promiscuous in the past, you have all the right. You have all the control over walking away from that relationship. That's what you have. It's not about being alpha or beta. It's literally about preference. It all boils down to that. Some men want that, and that's fine. Go ahead and do so. You know, some men don't care about that. That's cool. But we're speaking on the vast majority here. And the vast majority do care about women's body count. This is why this has been a very trending topic lately on social media. This is why, because women want to say that it doesn't matter, when men are telling you it does matter to them. Men care about your past, women care about your future. You call it patriarchy, call it evolution, where men don't want to be with women for their high body count because of avoiding diseases and all that. Call it a social construct. Whatever it is real. It is real that men don't like women with high body counts.
So a common argument I hear when men try to justify shaming women for high body counts is that whole thing about a used car. Like, oh, a used car with more miles is of less value, blah, blah, blah. And I can't even believe I'm acknowledging this argument with a video. But let's talk about it. So first, let's state the obvious. Women are not objects, and the entirety of our existence isn't dependent on our performance in bed. But for now, let's use an analogy that makes more sense. Let's compare women to human beings, because that's what we are. Let's take tennis players, for example. The more tennis one of them plays against different people of various skill levels, the better they're going to be at tennis. So if I had to think of one reason why someone wouldn't want to go up against a tennis player with a lot of experience, it's probably because they'd be worried that they're going to be better than them. Stop shaming women because you're bad in bed.
But I don't think your analogy with the tennis players any better. That analogy implies that sex is a competition between men and women. But that's basically what you implied. That these men are afraid that these women with high body count are better. It's not a competition at all. I'm going to give you 2 examples, and I believe this is going to clear it up a lot better, the confusion of all of this, as to why men with higher body count is actually valued. All right, so in this first scenario, we have an inexperienced woman and we have an experienced man. Both will still achieve orgasm, because this man knows what he's doing. He has had the sexual experience to do so in order to please a woman. We all know that it's easier for men to climax than women. It is what it is, right? So let's reverse the roles on this. And now you have an experienced woman with an inexperienced man. He will achieve orgasm. She will not. Because he doesn't know what he's doing. This is like the very few moments, very few times that he actually has had sexual intercourse. So now the experienced woman is now experiencing sexual frustration. She wasn't able to climax. She didn't have a good time, blah, blah, blah. If it continues down this road, right, she will eventually end up leaving him. In the scenario I described, where both inexperienced woman and experienced woman were with the experienced man, both of these females will achieve orgasm. The only difference is that the first female, this will be her first time discovering this feeling. That's pretty much it. It has nothing to do with afraid that you're going to be bad in bed. All right, I don't get your analogy at all.